Mama put me on. Mama put me on.
Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Pashane and this is the first video on my channel, and it's going to be about my Accutane experience. I wanted to do this as my first video because when I was taking Accutane and I was going through that journey, and I looked for videos. I looked for videos of like symptoms and how it was to take Accutane, and I felt like some of them lacked a few things, so that's what I'll be including in mine. Yeah, I hope that this video will help you if you are thinking about going on Accutane, or if you are on it and you want to know what it's gonna be like. So first I'm just gonna, oh sorry, I keep looking down, I made notes of what I want to talk about and what I want to cover. Um, so background about me and my acne. Basically, I've had acne since puberty, which was when I was 10. But it really became a problem when I was in high school. And when it became a problem when I was in high school, um, I started looking into topical treatments, obviously. And I went through quite a few of the ones that you find like everywhere in your clicks, at your Diskems, your Clearasil, your Young Solution, your I used Pond's for a while as well. Yeah, basically anything and everything that is a skincare treatment I used until I came across Skin Free. Skin Free is basically a treatment that you use for about a month, a topical treatment, and it basically attacks your acne. And I used Skin Free about 4 to 6 times that I used Skin Free, and it was very effective when I did use it. For the stage where my acne was at that time, it was very effective. So I used so it's basically a whole range where there's a face wash, toner, day cream, night cream, and all that jazz that you have in like facial treatment regimen thingies. And it was good for a while until it wasn't good anymore, which was when I was in varsity. And that's when my acne got a bit severe again. And in varsity, I went on doxycycline. Doxycycline is, they're like skin tablets, and you can get them from your GP. Like you don't need to go and see a specialist to get onto doxycycline. So I went on to doxycycline, and I've used doxycycline about 4 times over a period of 2 years. And doxycycline was good, but it wasn't great in terms of the results lasting. It gave you good results, but it didn't I couldn't maintain the results without taking it. So after a while, I was like, I can't keep on every 3 months going on it. Um, so after a while, I stopped taking doxycycline. But then my acne got really, really severe in 2017, which is when I decided to go on Accutane. And obviously for this process you need to see a dermatologist. I went in to consult with a dermatologist, and he basically prescribed 60 milligrams of Accutane for me, and said we should give it a try for 4 months and I should come back after that. And yeah, I was happy with that. But of course, there's a lengthy process before you actually can start taking the medication. You have to do a blood test, so that they can check how healthy you are to go on Accutane, because Accutane is really, really strong, and it can really damage your body, like really bad, like your liver and everything. So you have to be in a healthy state in order to take Accutane. And I did that, and my blood tests came back, and I was good. I was cleared. But I was very happy for the fact that I could take it, because the point where my acne was, I was like like you'll see the pictures that I put in, it was bad. Like my forehead, my chin area, everywhere. It was breakout after breakout, acne scarring and everything, and it was just terrible, and I couldn't bear it anymore. So I went on Accutane for 4 months, and so I'm gonna go into the symptoms that I experienced while I was on, well, the symptoms side effects that I experienced while I was on Accutane. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the type of problem that I was starting to get something like cystic acne on my forehead area and my chin area, but also I had an issue with whiteheads in this area here and all over my nose, and especially here on the sides of my lips and down here. As you can see in the pictures that I've put in. So month one of taking Accutane, um, very enthusiastic, very happy, until my lips changed color. Like they went super, super pink, and then the outline of my lips it wasn't pink, it became really light, which made my lips stick out. And also my lips were very, very dry, so I had to keep on moisturizing all the time, constantly moisturizing, and my complexion darkened. Like I was 20,000 shades darker than I normally am, which is not nice. And then my scalp became really dry, and my skin became really dry and flaky, and I started experiencing sore joints and weakened bones. With this side effect, though, I think I noticed it more because I am a more active person in terms of I go to the gym regularly, so that's probably why I noticed sore joints and weakened bones within like the first month of taking Accutane. And then with the drying up, like my skin was so dry to the point where I could wear makeup and there would be no sweat through it, wouldn't move, it would stand in one place all the time. So which was very helpful, because at this point in time my complexion had darkened so much that I was beginning to feel a bit self-conscious about having such a dark complexion. So I did start wearing foundation. I started wearing makeup every day pretty much, and it was good that I didn't sweat through it, because having to touch up makeup all the time is not a good look. Which brings me to month two. Month two, the dryness continued. Like it was like a gradual increase of dryness of the skin, the scalp, everything. My eyes were dry at this point and they were red, and everything was dry. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Even my vagina was dry, and that was an issue. Um, Also, my lips were already cracked, but then they started cracking here on the sides, which was terrible. Um, as I do speak about the symptoms that I experienced, I'll put in a video clip or a picture of what I looked like during that time. Yeah, and those were the side effects, the added on some side effects in month two on top of the ones that I was experiencing in month one. And by month three, though, it was really good. Well, besides the fact that I was still dry and really tired, because it drains your body so much, like you get so tired. Besides that, I didn't have new acne anymore during the first month. During month three, I didn't have any new acne anymore, and I could notice that the scars of my previous acne was clearing, like they were becoming significantly lighter. Although my complexion was still dark, I could still see that the scarring was becoming lighter and lighter as time went, and the texture of my skin started looking so much better. I noticed this especially because of the fact that I was wearing makeup so much more, and therefore the texture of my skin was so much better, and I was so happy about it. Um, but that the one thing that happened as well during this time was that all of a sudden I started experiencing severe sweating from my neck upwards. Like, I would just sweat so much. Even if I was just like eating a warm breakfast, I'd start sweating, and or like drinking a hot cup of tea and stuff like that, which is what influenced me starting to drink iced coffee, because I couldn't take it. Like, sweating every 5 seconds was not on. Another thing that I experienced was I had a rash on my hands in this area. I'll put in the clip of the pictures of it. And yeah, that was a difficult time. And then finally, we come to month four. Month four, which was the final month of me taking Accutane. This was when I decided to stop. Basically, I was like, I've had it. It's enough. I don't want it anymore. I don't want the side effects. I don't want, like, it's fine. I'm done. Um, so basically in month four, I had no more acne scarring. Like, I could see that I had no more acne scarring. Although I was still very dry everywhere. My skin was still very dry. Eyes dry. Everything was still very dry. And I was still really like tired and drained. And I still looked 10 shades darker. So it was time. It was time to cut it off. I was done with Accutane. I was like, no, I don't want more. I don't want to see my dermatologist. I don't want anything. I just want to look like myself again. Um, which brings me to 1 month after the treatment. This was when my complexion started returning and I was less dry, and I didn't have any more joint pain, although I could still feel that my bones were weak. The hand rush was gone. The rash of the hand. Yeah, clearly English is not my mother's tongue, so yeah. And my lips started to look more normal, which was like a plus, which meant that I could start wearing less and less makeup. Um, and basically, at this point, I felt like, yeah, I was good with the results that I experienced. Right now, as you're looking at my skin, this is me a year or more after taking Accutane. And I do have like some, like one or two acne scars on my forehead, and in my chin area I do have acne scars, and I am experiencing my whiteheads returning, although right now it's more manageable because I can just manage it with topical creams, so I'm not too upset about that. So overall, I would say that I am very, very happy with the results that I got from Accutane, and because I was on a higher dosage than usual, I did experience really fast results, and it was really effective in a short space of time, which was why I was able to only take it for 4 months and then be able to get off it. And so would I suggest that you go on Accutane? First answer, no. Don't do it. It'll kill you. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's not worth it. But the realistic answer is, if you have really tried everything, I mean, your topical creams, your less harmful medications for acne, facials, masks, whatever, if you've tried all of that and it hasn't worked, and you feel like your acne is becoming more severe and it is having an effect on your confidence, I would suggest that you do go on it. But one thing that you should take into consideration is the fact that being on Accutane can make you depressed. Although it didn't for me, it is one of the things that does happen to you. Not sure if it's fully because of the medication or if it's because of what it does to your skin, which in turn does something to you mentally and emotionally in terms of knocking your confidence and things like that. So not too sure, but I didn't experience any depression while I was on Accutane. Maybe because I was on antidepressants as well. So that is also something to consider when you are going on Accutane. Um, But other than that, like, if you feel like you can deal with the side effects, then you should go for it. And if you feel like it's a time in your life where you can afford to have a depressive episode, then you should definitely go for it, and you'll get really good results if you stick to it. But yeah, that's all on my Accutane experience. If there's anything that I haven't covered, or any questions that you have about it, or my experience, please leave them in the comments down below and I'll try and answer them. And also, please let me know if you would like to see the products that I used while I was on Accutane, because I did have to switch up my whole skincare routine in order to combat the dryness and things like that. And I did find quite a few good products that I would really like recommend if you are on Accutane, to try them out and use them, because they are really, really good. But yeah, guys, that's all from me and my first YouTube video. Please be nice, please support, and I'll see you in my next video, which will probably be something related to skincare or just womanly things. Bye.